Hi everyone on YouTube and Facebook. This is the Moral Reform Chronicles, and today I would like for us to talk about the ways we stress out and how a lot of times those very things that we think we need to just keep on getting mad at, because people aren't doing things we want them to do or we know they should do, which is the second one will be the main thing of conversations. The first one I've always talked about in a lot of the different videos in different ways. So the video, since I can't go do live until I get 1,000 subscribers, um, the videos will be recorded as this one is doing now. It's recording. So I would like to talk with you about the video will be above. I believe, from what I recall from putting it on Facebook, says don't let life stress you. So I want to really touch deeply on this because it's really important. And I'll tell you why in just a little bit. You know those times where you get that you get mad, you just can't stand it when there's a lazy person or somebody at your job or somewhere, maybe it's a family member, whatever it is, whatever the case may be. You get mad, you're just like, why? Why in the world do they not help? Or why do they send people over to my area to help? Why don't they? Why don't they keep people accountable? Why doesn't our family member ever tell this person how it is? Blah, 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 blah. The list goes on. We're all tired of laziness. We're all tired of things that make no sense. So what do you do to change it? Well, let's just be honest. In most cases, you and I cannot change it. As much as we would like to, which would be awesome, we cannot change how things really are. It's life, people. It's life. There are some things you can change, but there are other things we can't. And so here's what I would like to bring up when it comes to that. For an example, I'm going to use a story. Something that just happened recently to me. Well, not necessarily to me, but it was told to me, so I got to hear about it. And there's this guy I work with. I'm not going to say his last name, but I'll say at least his first name. You can't find him. His name is John. Great guy. Easy to get along with. And the guy at times will complain when it comes to, how do I put this? He will complain at times when it comes to how at the place where we work, people are not sent over to help him out. He's usually never getting enough done. He gets upset, gets frustrated, gets all flustered. I can't stand this. And I say to him, I try to remind him, I say, hey man, I've been here for almost 2 years. And I've seen this so much, man, I don't even care anymore. I've seen laziness so much. I don't care anymore. I mean, I told him, I said, yes, I do, but at the same time, I don't. And here's where I made the fine line so he knew where I was coming from. I said, the reason why I don't care, because I know nobody in higher above us is going to do anything about it. Because these same people that are being lazy have taken things from where they've come from, their countries. And don't get me wrong, please don't take this the wrong way. I don't mind people coming from another country to come over here. I think it should be that way. But, but, not getting political, don't want to. But when it comes to it, you should always strive to give your very best, receive correction, and also other people in positions should always be willing to correct and hold those people accountable and make sure there's no way of excuse. You're probably thinking, oh, how can you do that with someone who doesn't speak English? I didn't specify that in the beginning, but still, there's a way to do it. It's called Google Translate. I myself always make sure when I'm talking to someone who can't speak English, I always make sure I have a way to make sure there's no room for excuse. That way, there's always a reason for how they can be held accountable. There's always a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. So that's just to get that part out of the way so you're not confused. So, again, my point, getting to don't let life stress you, is as I was talking to my buddy, he's old enough to be my dad. I think the guy's awesome. Here's what I want to say about the conversation we had. As he just, got upset how people wouldn't help him, he's so frustrated. He wants to leave the place when he off and on. I told him, I said, man, John, I don't like having to do this, man, but I'm just going to be honest with you. And he likes it when I'm honest with him. He doesn't want me to sugarcoat nothing. I don't want him to sugarcoat nothing to me. I said to him, man, I told you, man, you can't let life stress you. You can't let this place stress you. You can't let this happen to you. You're always getting upset, man. You're always something's bothering you. And I said, I like it that you talk about this, you vent about it. I think it's great that you do that, but you need to stop letting it get to you, man. This place is not going to change, not anytime soon, at least. I said to him, I said, man, the people in upper positions, they want to do right, they want to do what's good, but they have to follow orders. They have to follow whatever corporate says to do. You can't change that. You and I told him, we can't change that. I said, the people above us, not the ones in higher positions at the place we work, but the people above them who can't relate. I said to him, man, here's the thing when it comes to it. Those people way above are the people management here, the people there that are way above every place that they pretty much own to some extent. I said, John, they won't learn their lesson until they've gone through it the hard way, and even then they may not learn. You and I are here to work, to give it your best, to do what you can with the time that's given to you, and as you know, man, within 8 hours. And I said, here's what it boils down to. You can't let them get you going just because of the laziness. You and I already know about this stuff. I don't like it either. That I'm not going to even focus on it. I'm not even give it a thought because it's not worth my time. And I said, yes, if you ask me a question, you want to know my opinion on it? Sure, of course. I'll give you my straightforward, honest opinion. But there is no reason for us to keep focusing and dwelling on these problems. Because our focusing and dwelling is not going to change anything. And I said to him, John, I hate even talking like this to you. Because, man, you're old enough to be my dad. And I said, man, who cares what they do? It's what you do, man. It's what you do in the moment. It's what you do. All that hard work will be noticed. You doing it because you want to work. They're going to notice that. You may not always hear it, but they do appreciate it. And I said, here's what it boils down to, brother. I mean, and I felt bad. I just felt weird calling him brother, but that's really what I did. And I said, here's what it comes down to, man. Brother, you got to get this. Your situation, my situation, is not going to change. It's just not. It's the way these big companies have it. It's the way they want it. It's just going to be that way until something drastic changes. And who knows when that will happen. And I even said to him, I said, brother, you can't let this happen. This stuff is going to roll all over you the rest of your life. Then it's going to kill your health, and it's going to kill you in the end. And I didn't get to finish it, but I eventually wanted to get to this point because the guy has a kid younger than me, of all things. He's in his 50s, and he has a kid younger than me, old enough to be like my son, which I don't have any kids, but still. Well, late in life, he's nearing his 60s. I'm guessing. I don't really know, but I know he's in his 50s. But point being again, the thing is, with the rest I wanted to say, I couldn't keep it going because me and him, we had to get back to work, so we wouldn't get in trouble. So I was going to say this to him. I was going to say, John, here's the thing of it, man. The stress is going to kill you, and you're going to let it kill you. It's going to do something to your health someday when you least expect it. And that's when he said to me about a friend of his, about there was this lady who used to work at the place we worked at, but now she's probably at a different place, or maybe a whole different thing altogether. But it was her dad, who is this guy's friend, John's friend. Stress, got all upset, got mad, can't stand it. Here's the thing of that. When he started to tell me, I already had a good idea where he was going to be going, but it still made me sad. That guy, that friend of his, that's the father of our friend that's my age, I kid you not. Kid you not. Here's the thing. This same guy who stressed and got all mad, this guy's in his 50s as well. We got problems, people. This guy almost died. He got a heart attack. He needed to be taken to the hospital. If that is not bad, from just getting mad and stressing and saying how it should be, that's not going to do anything, people, except for destroy you. You need to stop stressing over things. Now I'm talking directly to you. You need to stop stressing over things. What happened to his friend can happen just as easily to you. You may be thinking, if you're younger watching this, oh, that could happen. Oh, yes, it can. It'll come in some form or shape. It may not be in the form of a heart attack, but it will get to you, and it will happen. Something will happen to you. And I'm telling you, this is why you got to strive to not stress over it. Just accept the facts. Accept that life is going to be crappy at times. It's not going to always be easy and a bed full of roses. Life is not meant to be easy. Stop living this daydream. That's why you're stressing. It's because it's like, for example, though John had the reasons that made sense, and actually other companies do what John wants, that still doesn't change the fact that not every place you work at is going to be the same, because they aren't. There's always going to be rules. There's always going to be something stupid. There's always going to be something going on that makes no sense. Get over it. It's life. It happens to all of us. It happens to me. I don't stress over stuff like I used to. But the difference is, I'm where I am today because I've learned to not stress over it, because it's not worth it. It's not worth my health. And I also have a heart murmur. So I can't afford to be stressed. I can't get to that point of that place where that guy gets at. I can't. I have to find things to focus on that keep me in a good mood. Otherwise, this ticker here will have problems. So I have no choice but to really think about. But also being a Christian too, I want to at the same time. Not just because of him, but because just life in general, why I'm thankful for what he's done. I don't just say this because of church or because of what the preacher says. To me, living for him is great. But I want to tell you, I don't want to sound like Mr. Perfect here, because I'm not. I've made plenty of mistakes. And I have struggles in my life I wish didn't exist. But it's life. It's life. It happens. That doesn't mean that you go and give an excuse. You keep fighting the battle till you reach the victory. And it's going to be a long battle until you get there. You may not reach it on this side of life, but at least you're trying. That's what counts. And I want you to know something. Again, don't let life stress you out. Don't let life stress you. Why? Because it's not worth it. I didn't go on the whole thing about John and his health a whole lot in the way I wanted to, but being that he's got a kid, I just will say this part, then be done the next little bit. His kid would be the one who would actually be hurting. Not John so much if he passed. It would be his kid. I bring this up to you. If you got children, if you got grandchildren, don't be stressing all the time. Find ways to overcome it. If you're dealing with financial problems, maybe you can't work. Don't let it stress you. Find something to do. If you can't take on a full-time job, who cares if you got to get a part-time job? It's still a job. If you gotta live off the government because you're in bad health or something's going on, or maybe you live far away from the city, you can't afford to go and get a car or something because you're raised in circumstances that you can't help. Overcome. Overcome. There is no reason for you to stay in the place of negativity, sadness, despair. I call you today, brothers and sisters, to rise up. Get above the ashes. Get above that mud, that pit you're in, that place that you just stay in. Rise above it. Show your worth. Do something with your life. Don't let life keep you down just because of all the despair, the agony, or the negative things in this world, or because some people should be doing something and they're not. Stop with the stress. Stop staying down in the pit. You are not meant to stay in the pit. You are meant to rise above. Even if it takes you the next 10 or so years, you still did something that's worth counting for. That's what that means. That's why you are alive. You're not dead yet, so you're not meant to go down. You're alive because you have purpose. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how good or bad your circumstances are. Don't let life stress you. Don't let it keep you down. If you got to go on the street for a little while, which nobody wants to, I could be honest and tell you I didn't because I didn't really have a way to get to the city. But I'm telling you, if you can save that money up and you get to have jobs from people in your community, save it up. Save till you get something going. Who cares if it takes you a long time? You're the one who holds the key to your dream, who holds the key to your success, in the sense of thinking of it about the way you could do it beyond your circumstances. Now, for me personally, I give every success, every good thing that's happened to me to God. And that's because I'm like anybody else. And the way I'm about to use this one word is not a curse word as long as you use it correctly. I've been through hell in my life. Using it like that is not a bad word. If you say what the, then it's a bad word. See, I didn't say it because I'm not going to say it like that. I've been through in my life, again, not a curse word, when you use it like this. I've been through hell in my life. But there have been people who have been through worse. They just keep giving up, keep just falling apart. But you know what? Again, you were not meant to stay down. I'm not staying down. I don't care who comes along. I'm not staying down. And I don't want you to. Again, don't let life stress you. I want you to know there is something special out there for you. It may take you a long time, but it is so worth it. I love each of you. God bless you. Remember, again, this is the Moral Reform Chronicles. Signing off. Please like and subscribe, and all of you have a wonderful day.